Alright, just sign into the chat. Hiya everybody. Hope yous are all well. Let's just get this this chat screen up in the right place. And jobs are good. And right, hiya lads and lasses. Welcome to Darts Coaching with Dynamite Dave. And it's the Good Friday live stream. Right, so let's have a look who's in. We've got Simon Scott in. We've got Kieran. Hiya Kieran, mate. What did you think of the thing of the coaching video? Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it entertaining as well as a little bit informative. Hello Whip It Oh, are you alright lad? Ryan Parr's in. Dave Bowie's in, hiya. Lee Redpath, Ryan O'Kane. Right, great stuff. Sounds good, yeah. That's what I like. I always like somebody to give me a bit of a sound check. So as long as that's alright. Guess what? I found the thing of the Eric Bristows as well. They were in the bottom of my smiley pot. They were in the bottom of here. We just happened to be looking for some stuff and I had to tip all me. These are all me like useless, I don't know whether you can see them there. These are all my useless thingies, these, all me old like stems and flights and stuff that, like when Kieran asks us to do a challenge, that's a little pot that I'll look through, see if I can find anything that will be of use to whatever challenge it might be. Right, Mark Layton's in, hiya mate, hope you're well. Paul Boardman's in, how do? Alright in the back. Dave Fizz is in, hiya Dave mate, are you alright? I saw you set up, thanks for sending me that little photo. So you can get a bit of practice in before we get a session. I know it's a couple of months off yet, but it'll soon come round that mate, don't you worry. It'll soon come round. Right, so just have a little bit of a chuck to start off with. Well, while the stream fills up a little bit. $60. Right, yeah. Hey Kieran, as long as you enjoyed it and you can understand what I'm saying to you in it, then finger that's great. Like I say, if you stick to it and you put a little bit of leg work in, nothing good comes easy. But seriously, another two to 3 months, mate, and you'll be chucking like I do. Seriously, because you're halfway there already. You know you are. Just wants a little bit of, as we call it, fettling. A little bit of fettling. Gary Dando's in. Hey Gary mate, hope you're well. Yep, so just have a little bit of a oh, look at that. Pulled the last one. 121. I thought we were gonna have a maximum early doors there. Not like that you won't, David. That's better. Get it on the stop. Oh, let's have a gob full of this. Cheers, everybody. Oh, loosen up the looby tube. Neil Magowski's in. My favourite time of the week. Hiya Neil, hope you're well, mate. Charlie the Boss Gray is in. Hiya Charlie, mate, hope you're well. And Luke Stinger's in. Luke the Stinger. Hope you're well, Luke. $60. See how when you master it, how effortless it is. Absolutely effortless. Come on. Ah. Go for another one. Ah. See now with them 3 arrows, I pulled them and they were were going in a motion through the air. So that just suggests to me that my arm speed is slightly wrong. So we'll see if we can sort that out. Yeah, arm speed were wrong. Look how much straighter they are in the board. There we go. Come on. Oh, over pitched it. Another 121. Oh yeah. Cheers. Can't beat a good drink, can you, on a thing on a Friday night, especially when it's Good Friday. I think that's the essence of what it's called, isn't it? A Good Friday, because it's a Good Friday. Yep. I've got the Eric Bristows, the ones that I won off him. I found them, like I said, they were in the bottom of the pot. The only thing I've had to change is the stems. Obviously, over the years, the stems got smashed to bits and what have you. Those flights are still the ones that came with the darts. He pulled out of his pocket about 3 or 4 sets of flights, so they came with them. And those are them. And what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of a show and tell and a chuck of them in a bit. I've not chucked these for, like I say, I give them our kid, but seriously, they must have been in the bottom of that pot for maybe 12 months or something. It's been a long, long time since I've used them anyway. A long time. Lee Redpath's in. Hello, Lee. Hope you're well. Yankee Clippers in. It could be the angle of the camera. It could be the angle of the camera, because I don't. Me thinking the elbow and everything should be absolutely level. Sam Myers, evening, Dave. On the cocktails in the garden, enjoying the weather. Not wrong with that, mate. Not wrong with that. Matador Darts is in. How's it going, everyone? Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. Just like a dead honest thing. That's what I do day in, day out. I get quite a lot of coaching videos to do. And like, who was it? Was it Josh or Joel? One of the lads that came on said it's very similar to my video. Well, to be honest with you, it is, because it's the Dynamite Dave way. And what the main crux of a coaching video is the actual analysis. Is telling you or showing you what I can see in your throw and how to put that right. And it just works for everybody. It's absolutely smashing. I love it. Neil was commenting on the video, and he's absolutely right. It's a journey and it's a path. And at the end of the day, if you're only prepared to give it 5 or 6 visits or something like that, it's never going to work for you, and nothing is. Lee Jones is in. Hi, Lee. I'm a rear gripper. Thoughts on the target Swiss points? Well, I think the target Swiss points, it's a bit of a mute one, this, because it all depends. If you get a lot of bounce outs and you're not like pretty good, if you get bounce outs, the chances are you'll have 1 or 2 that'll snap off. All right, you can just screw them out and screw a new one in. But if you're pretty good, I mean, I've got to admit, I've tested quite a few darts with Swiss points in them and never had a one break, for the simple reason is it's very rare I get a bounce out. And the only time I've ever heard of them breaking is on bounce outs, or when people grab them with their hand like that and yank them up and down in the board to pull them out. So I think it's a weak point on them, the Swiss points. I do think it's a weak point, but I don't think it's massively detrimental if you're quite a good player, if you know what I mean. Got some 42 gram darts to try. Oh yeah, you'll have fun with them, mate. The 48 ones are proper bad. Yeah, Mark. I've had some, well, I wouldn't say dead bad experiences, but I've had some bad experiences with online darts competitions. I've only ever entered 3 of them, and I think it was the second one that I entered. I had another go after that, but since it's over 12 months, like I've had 3 goals at it, and unfortunately, you just get too many people who cheating them. Way too many. I had one where I was looking at his board and it looked like I was looking through the bottom of a glass or a jam jar. It was just like undefinable, and you could tell when he was throwing the darts in. He was throwing them in the ones and what have you, and claiming them as 20s and 60s, and just it really annoys you when people do that, especially when your board's as crystal clear as mine is. But yeah, you'll enjoy it and you'll do all right as long as you don't take it too seriously. Oh, good luck. Yep. Mark Layton. Yep. Dave Fizz. Couple of 180s in the new darts, mate, as well. Right, so you got the Max Op version 3s. The quality. Yeah, I've not had a set of Max Op ones, to be honest with you, but if I made a list of every set of darts that everybody said to me to try, I'd be a very poor man. I'd have a load of sets of darts, but I'd be a very poor man. Ryan Parr, could you review some darts but use the Taylor flights? Just as something random. Use the Taylor flights. I don't know whether I've got any Taylor flights, mate. Now I know Johnny mentioned that he had some Taylor flights, and I wonder if he left them out for me. I'll tell you what, when in a bit what I'll do is I'll have a look and see if I can find them Taylor flights. I'll have a rummage in his case, I don't think he'll mind. Right, so let's have a little bit more of a chug, and then we'll, like I say, if you've got any questions about Scottish Lad Does Darts, reviews, video or anything like that, that's what we're here for, answer your questions. $85. What's your opinion on James Wade's throw? He's been in the PDC top 10 for many years. I think it's like anything. Don't forget, the way that I see it, right, is you've got an old era. Oh, thanks very much. Neil Migalski's in with 10. Right, let's get him a bit of a shout before we carry on. As you can see, we've been using that there. Been using the old, what do we call it, I've actually had a game today, which is for the first time in a while. No, that's not the button you wanted to hit, David. Right, let's get this sorted. Let's get it out. Let's get the old Russie Bray on. Good afternoon, Russie Bray. Right, are we ready?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg dynamite to throw. Game on.
Right, are you ready, Neil? This is just for you, mate. Just for you.
180.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot. Means a hell of a lot to me. That really does. Thanks so much. Oh, you'll be all right then, mate. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm talking about just general ones where you pay a tenner and it's and like I say, you just play all sorts of random people. I didn't know it was through the Disabled Darts Association. That'll be fine, that, mate. Absolutely fine. What's your top 5 favourite sets of darts, Dave? Top 5, I'd say. Running in at number 5, we've got to have the thing is. Let's have a look now. Let's have a look round us here and have a think. I think number 5, I'd say the Mambas. So the Red Dragons, the Peter Snakebite Right Mambas. I'd say at number 4, the Harrows Auras. So go and have a look at them, the blue. The grip, it doesn't look like they've got any grip on them, but it's the actual, I don't know whether it's the material they're made of or the coating that's on them. It's like a blue. When you first pick them up in the morning and they're cold and your hands are cold, they feel like they've got no grip on them whatsoever, but as they warm up, they get better and better. And then coming in at what, number three? Number three, I've got to say, probably the BVD Scaracities. They're top of the range darts at number three. Number two, I'd say, are the Winmau High Impact, 35 quid from Argos. Absolutely fantastic darts. And my number one ones have got to be my Carrera C3s, which have been with me right from the beginning. I picked them up last week, if you saw, and I threw fantastic with them. Good few 140s with them, and I hadn't chucked them for months and months, but it's just like an old pair of slippers, isn't it? Put an old pair of slippers on or an old t-shirt and they just feel fantastic, don't they? In the stream now, well, I'm in my work clothes for tomorrow morning. Oh no, it's awful, isn't it, working at weekends? Absolutely awful. I used to hate that, you know, working weekends. Dave, I've got a Patreon set up now, mate. Yeah, I went and read it the other day. I read the thing that you put on it. Really good idea, that. Really good idea to draw people onto the channel. Don't forget with your patrons, what you want to be doing with that, if you're actually having patrons, is separate content. You can do separate content. So what you can do on your YouTube channel is you can make special videos for them, and that's what I've done for some of my patrons. You can make special videos for them, and then on the actual Patreon site itself, where unless you're actually paying and you're part of it, you can't see it. And then what you can do is you can just put your videos as limited, and then put the link. You can copy the link like you can with your normal YouTube videos, and then stick that up into Patreon. So you can do something that's just a little bit special for them. And what patrons really like is like behind the scenes sort of things. So that's just a little bit of information for you. Right, so where were we now? Right there. So Dave Hill Sip. Hiya Dave, you alright mate? Hope you're well. Graham Taylor. Having trouble here. Will donate directly to your account when I get home. All right, mate. Wow, what's the problem? Are they thinking that the whatchamacallit's not going through or something? That's odd. Because you can pay by card. If you go through the Streamlabs one, if you go through the actual Streamlabs link that's at the bottom of the video in the description, you should be able to pay direct on there, and you should be able to pay by card. BVD darts, Dave Fizz. BVD darts do all my shirts, all my subliminal shirts, all these. They do them all the yellow ones, white ones, all the ones that you can see behind me, all my shirts are all done by BVD. Brian from BVD is really good. He's really good at the shirts. He makes surrounds and all. Fully printed surrounds. They look absolutely mint when he does them. Right, clip this back on my belt. My microphones fell off. I'm just adjusting myself because my microphone fell off the side of my pants. That's better. That's more like it. We're a little bit more straight now. Right, let's have a look who's contacting Dynamite Dave. Say a big thank you to Neil Bell and Neil's darts. He's sending me a set of Andy darts. Very nice, very, very nice. Yeah, he's a great lad, is Fingy. He's a great lad, is Neil. Certainly is. Like I say, I've not seen him yet, but he might be sorting kids out and that. I plan on doing once I've got some patrons. Yeah. The thing, it just gives them something just a little bit special that other people don't get, and it's just a little bit of a thank you for actually committing to pay every month. Want to donate, so you get the whole amount. Oh right, yeah. Well, I don't know whether you have, Graham, but if you haven't got me details, because I've got a direct payment detail that I give out to people. It's like a separate account, and if you want that, just email me. Just give me the dj.llewellyn123@outlook.com and I'll give you a sort code and a finger bank account number just to throw that in, and then there's nothing apart from, and if you're abroad, you can still do it because I've got the IBAN and the Swift Bank thingy, code numbers for it and everything, so I can give you the lot. So it don't really matter where anybody, so not just speaking to thingy, but anybody who's out there, if you're anywhere around the world, I have a special bank account that you can pay money into. So if you want that, all you've got to do, dj.llewellyn123@outlook.com, and that'll go straight into mine, and all there'll be between you and me is just the actual exchange rate fee. So you have an exchange rate, and normally what they do is they put it 1 or 2% above normal exchange rate. So you're paying 1 or 2% instead of, when you do a super chat, Google take 30% of it. So I get paid through an account called AdSense. They take 30% off it, and then they pay it into my bank account once every 2 months. So I also have to wait 60 days for it as well. Right, so we'll out €5 in from Dave. Cheers, Dave, mate. Thanks so much. Don't forget, everybody who donates, no matter which way you donate, it will all be reflected in the finger, let me get this right because I've got to get the wording right. The donators free prize giveaway at the end of every month. At the moment, it's on the 25th of the month, but I'm looking to try and get away so as I can actually get it onto the live stream. So in another month or two or something like that, it might move to the last Sunday of the month, or maybe the last Friday of the month, depending on if the Sunday falls outside the month and the Friday falls inside, if you know what I mean. But it'll be like the last live stream of the month. That's the best way of putting it, isn't it? The last live stream of the month. We'll get that sorted out as soon as we can. So let's get Davey's 180. Right, here we go, Davey, baby. This is just for you, mate.
180.
Cheers, Dave. Thanks very much for that. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Graham telling.
77.
Yeah. It will be. It will be. Where are we right here? Yeah, the darts tubers community is fantastic, isn't it? I've said this, and I think I promote it everywhere that I go. Everything that I do, whether it be at work, whether I'm over in one of the RDCs when I'm talking to other drivers and what have you. Doesn't matter where I am. When I go on holiday, I tell everybody about the dart tubers. If I'm sat in a bar abroad, what I do is I tell everybody about YouTube and what have you, about my channel, of course, and all the others as well. And I say to them, well, if you're into darts, you want to get onto all these different, there's loads and loads of different people that do different things, like the darts referee. He does different things to what I do. Neil and Kieran do similar things, but in a different way. So it's really, really good. And also, don't forget, there's going to be darts that Kieran covers that Neil doesn't. So there's all that sort of stuff, because obviously you get darts as they come in and you review them. Two different people are not going to get the same darts at the same time, very rarely anyway. Yankee Clipper, right. Right, that darts clearance place. I watched me call it, believe it or not, I actually clicked the link on it and walked away to make a brew last night, and then I ended up sitting down because I've got to be honest with you lads, I'm in agony with my knees today, really bad. I've not had it like this for a long time. Yesterday was my last day at work. On the way home last night at about, because it's my Friday, Thursday, but that is my Friday because I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I always call Thursday Friday for some reason. But anyway, Thursday, my last shift, when I was coming home, I start early on a Thursday and finish early. I think it was about 10:30, 11 o'clock last night, and I couldn't even straighten my left knee. It was that bad. I was in that much pain with it. But I've been on the codeine and what have you today, so it's manageable at the moment. Very painful, but manageable. And I can still manage to throw some half-decent scores. So yeah, I'll think after the stream tonight, what I'll do is I'll go and check out that darts clearance place. because I do need some more darts. Come on, David. I do need some more darts to review. That's terrible. 66. Especially with that first dart smack in the middle of the 60. That's unforgivable, that. Right, so what we'll do in a second is we'll get the old Erico Bristios out from days gone by. Oh, come on. See if we can throw them. I ain't throwing these. Oh, God, my knees. Sorry. A pain. I asked the question in the super chat. Oh, sorry, sorry, mate. I was thinking I was miles away there, too busy gabbing. Right, I'm gone. One gone. Oh, it's right up here. Coach. Can't stop practicing. Is there a maximum time you wouldn't go over? Sometimes I feel like yeah, and what you mean is it's counterproductive. And yes, you're absolutely right, Neil. You're absolutely right. The worst thing that you can do, right, is when you break into a really good form, you just want to keep playing and playing and playing. And yes, mate, it's counterproductive. If you've practiced too long in a day, don't forget it's different. If you were doing this for a living like Phil Taylor did, it's a different story, because it's like your profession. So it's like a carpenter. If you do dovetail joints, mortise and tenon joints, if you don't practice those, getting them right, or you're not using them every day, you can become rusty at it. But you can also like become doing too much, if you know what I mean, and then what happens is you get sloppy. So that's exactly what happens, right? Is you'll break form, you'll think you'll be playing really, really well, and you just want to keep playing more and more and more. And all you do when you do that is you sort of like, you burn yourself out, if you know what I mean. So your actual form starts to curl off at the top and come back down again. And normally what I would say, Neil, is unless you're practicing for a competition, I probably wouldn't do any more than 2 hours a day. And I would always split those into at least 2 sessions. So maybe an hour in the morning or afternoon and an hour in the evening. But yeah, I wouldn't practice for 3, 4 or 5 hours unless it was running right up before a tournament where you're getting into, because don't forget some of these tournaments, and it's probably a little bit different for me and all, because I really do suffer with my knees and what have you. I find it very, very difficult to do like an open. Sometimes you can be getting there it can be totally hockey at 12, there at 10, 10:30 in the morning, totally hockey at 12, and it might not finish till 11 o'clock at night. And that's a long time to be on your feet, that is. But yeah, just thinking, structured practice, structured amount of times. Don't just play darts for 5 hours at a time or out like that. It's very, very counterproductive if you go too far. It makes that purple patch shorter. Oh, deflection. Right, let's find the old Erico Bristio Dartios. Right, so here we go, lads and lasses. These are the famous Eric Bristios. Like I say, found them in the bottom of the pot. Game of Thrones throws is in. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well. Tips on improve in the maths of the game. I'm useless at maths, mate. So it's just, to be honest with you, the best way is learning it is actually by chalking, like what people call chalking. So even if you're playing yourself at home, treat yourself to a whiteboard. Put the whiteboard up somewhere convenient for you to mark it for yourself, and basically just mark your own games. Start at 5:01 and just mark your own games down. And then as you're going down, you see, you'll work your own finishes out. I use the double finishes, but if you want to work it out so as you're doing it the let's say the perceived way as of how it's done now, is you can then work out as you're coming down where you're going to go. I'm dead lazy, me. I prefer the thing of the apps. I really do. Takes a lot of the headache out of it. Oven Stars in, hiya, mate. Stewie Payne's in. It's all right, I haven't got my glasses on. Actually, I tell you what, I'll actually put them on today and might be able to see something. Yeah, yeah. I will be doing exhibitions again, mate. Yeah, the more appearances than anything. What I love doing is like darts clubs. Sometimes it's darts clubs. Sometimes it's like 4 or 5 mates or something like that. What they'll do is they'll arrange it with the local pub. They'll think they can sell tickets, they can do whatever they want. But sometimes it'll just be like 4 or 5 of them, and they'll all put in a pot. They'll pay my expenses and my time while I'm there, and then I'll come up and give them a coaching session. Usually, what I do is I do it of an evening. So if it's like a Friday night, I'll come up Friday night. I'll do an appearance. What I'll do is I'll stay overnight in an hotel and then come back home on the Saturday, or the Friday night. I'll do a Friday night or something like that. But yeah, I do it, yeah, when the finger's not on. I was getting more and more of that sort of stuff. It was starting to snowball, and then all of a sudden Corona came in and just killed it all stone dead. Sean Santos, hiya Sean, hope you're well. Bill Jones is in, hiya Bill. My dart always lands low. This is hard to fix, I find. Difficult to change. Have you tried altering your arm speed? Try altering your arm speed. Slow your arm speed down. But all depends, you see. The thing is, without seeing you, it's very difficult for me to tell you how to sort stuff out, if you know what I mean. It's all right if you're following the Dynamite Dave ways and there's a path there and you can follow it and what have you. For me to actually tell you where you're going wrong, I'd have to see you, if you know what I mean, because I could say to you, well, it's because of this, it's because of that, and it might be something like you've got a short, stabby throw. It might be something that you're using your shoulder to drive the dart up to the board. It can be one and not 1 in 1,000 things, but near enough, if you know what I mean. So it's very difficult without actually seeing you. Right, Glenn Carpenter's in. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well. Chippy. All right, Chippy. Steve Coltart's in. Hi, hello, Steve. You all right, mate? Stu McNally. Hiya, fella. I hope you're well. Can't help myself. I just feel the need to be practicing loads. Yeah, well, I think yeah, everybody's like that, especially when they're playing well. But like I say, it can be counterproductive. Is there anything in particular you would like me to review? I'll tell you what I want you to do, Kieran. Come up with another challenge. Come up with another challenge, and you think. I tell you what to do. What I've not seen you do. Same as what I've just been asked. Do a little video, right, or one of your review videos on your 5 favourite sets of darts that you've had. You don't have to actually have them to throw at the time that you're doing it. You can pick up some of the videos that you've done before. I don't know whether whether you've got the software like I've got for skimming off your old videos and that. But if you can, just do that for me, and I really enjoy that. You do for your 5 favourite sets of darts of all time, then that'll do for me, mate, and that'll make a real good video to do that, mate, and all. Really good. You can't thank me enough, mate. You've done it. All you've got to, your thanks for me, mate, is the part that you play in the darts community. That's why I said to you, send me some videos and I'll analyse them for you, because you do loads of stuff for loads of people. And like I've said to you before, and I've said to everybody, if you do enough good deeds in your life, mate, at least 1 or 2 have got to come back to you, haven't they? And I find that I try and do as much as I can for other people, like you do, mate, and it always seems to come back in kind. So that's just the way that I am. So no, you've thanked me enough, mate. Don't you worry. Darren. Right. I put all the talk of drink is making me thirsty. Do you know something, mate? It's doing the same to me and all. But fortunately, I've got one here, look. Cheers. Oh, that's nice, that is. Oh. Dave Santos. I'm experimenting with. Let me put my granddad specs on. With a wider stance, feels more stable. Any thoughts? Shouldn't ever really be any wider than underneath your armpits. For the simple reason is if you extend your legs out like this, when you come to tip forward, it's straining your hip, it's straining your trailing hip. So no, see what I've done here, what I've come across is all body mechanics. It's not because Dave thinks that this works. It's because it works as skeletal mechanics and muscular mechanics. That's everything that I do. All the Dynamite Dave throw, everything about it is all considering the human skeleton and how it works. And that's why it's simplicity in itself. And that's why it works really well. Depends. I mean, if you want to experiment by standing with your legs wider apart or thinner together, then that's just one of those things where if you're already doing the Dynamite Dave way, that is your path back out of it to having an individualistic throw again. Because what you do is you start trying to overthink things and try to change stuff that's in it. And once you start doing that, then obviously you're going back to a different way of throwing darts, which is entirely up to yourself and perfectly valid. But I've had a load of people do all sorts of stuff. And what they've done is they've ended up coming back to it. I had one bloke and he said, I drifted away from the Dynamite Dave way. I didn't do it for about 18 months and I came back, just started doing it again, watched my coaching video, started to build it again. He says, and within a couple of days, he said, I was chucking really good again. He said, I thought I was doing all right. He said, but I was doing really bad compared to when I was actually doing it in the proper Dynamite Dave way. So yeah, changing your stance and what have you is valid for yourself. But a lot of it is people, how can I explain this? Probably the same as I always do. It's like having a new car. Same thing as when you get a new set of darts, new car, new conservatory, whatever. You get a new car, every 5 minutes you want to be washing it, you want to sit in it, you want to listen to the radio, you want to be driving it every 2 minutes. Once you've had that car 2 or 3 weeks, you start washing it every week. And then you can't be bothered washing it. And then you don't clean the inside of it out anymore and that. So that's what it is. It just evokes more concentration, a higher level of focus and a higher level of excitement. Just like when you buy a new set of darts or a new dart board, or works with anything really. It just heightens your finger, your actual keenness or whatever however you'd like to explain it. It just makes you more keen to play darts more, and that results in you playing better for a short period of time, and then it dies off again. Greatest thing, your story. I've told this story 101 times. One of my viewers, one of the lads that had coaching with me and what have you, said, I've been out and I bought a set of Phil Taylor darts. They were 95 quid. Third visit in, I got a 180 with them. And I think he went to Darts Corner. Is it Darts Corner up in down in Bolton there? Had a go, they let him throw the darts before he bought them. Third visit, 180, he says, he says, they're absolutely fantastic these days. They're the darts for me. I'll never buy another set of darts as long as I live. And I just said to him, I said, come back in 3 weeks and tell me exactly the same. If you're throwing them darts the same in 3 weeks or 3 months' time as you are now, I'll have it. Anyway, 2 or 3 days later, actually it might have been 3 days later, contacted me back. He says, and I'm back to my same old crap self. He said, these darts are no different. I said, yeah. I said, because it's not the darts, mate, it's you. The darts don't throw themselves, you throw them. So, just a little bit of an anecdote there for you. Right, Dave Vlaminx is in with €5. Thank you, Dave. Thanks so much, mate. You're an absolute star. Right, let's get you a 180. Are we ready? This is strictly and only for Dave Vlaminx.
180.
Cheers, Dave. Nice one, mate. Thanks so much. Right, now then, let's get this on here. Let's have a see what we've missed. I know I've missed some. Yeah, that's a good idea, that, Ryan. A game of 301 with each set. I'll tell you what, I'll do a little bit of that in a minute, shall I? What I'll do is I'll take the, the rust spray off, and I'll just have to get it back on again if anybody makes any donos. and we'll do a couple of games of 301 with a couple of these sets of darts. They'll do 2 or 3. Who have I met Phil Taylor? Not like yes and no, just as like a passing thing, not actually sat down and had a conversation. I think, to be honest with you, he's one of these. He's a businessman. He's what do you call it? He's really dedicated at everything that he does. He doesn't do it. He doesn't play at anything. If you know what I mean. That's why he was a world champion, 16 times world champion, because he doesn't play at anything. Anything that he does it seriously, and he wants to win. And at the end of the day, that's how. And do you know something? It was Eric Bristow that made him like that, because Phil Taylor had to feed his kids. And he did exactly the same as me and Finger. Nathan Aspinall did the same thing, didn't he? I had 20 quid left in my bank account. And then that was when he got to that point where he knew that he had no choice but to win that next competition. And he won the next competition, and then a couple down the road was the UK Open, wasn't it, when I was there? And he won it on a 170 out shot. I think, was it against Rob Cross? I think it might have been against Rob Cross, if I remember rightly, but he definitely won it, Finger, with a 170. Who's that smart looking bloke in the glasses? Do you know something? These are from Pound Shop, mate. These are Pound Shop specials. That's all they are is readers. I don't actually use them for seeing, I just use them for reading. And don't forget, when you do like I do, if you're an HGV driver, you've got taco stuff to write out and run sheets and all that sort of stuff. So unfortunately, my bins are not as good as they used to be. My old mince pies. Passed away, certainly did, yeah. Very, very sad. Very, very sad do. And if you go back, I did a tribute to him. I think it was probably only 2 days. I think it was the day after, or it was either the day after or the day after that, after he died. And yeah, affected me greatly. Really did. Right, so these are the Erics, and what I'm going to do is, like I say, I've not chucked these for a long, long time. I'm going to take these bins off. I'm going to allow you to have a bit of a chat amongst yourselves while I throw these and see if I get any. Hi, Rusty Manny, you all right? Bill Jones, you all right there, lad? Yep, so I'm going to have a chuck of these and see if they fetch back any nostalgia. Let's see if I can actually still throw them. What we'll do is we'll convert the cameras over so you get a bit of a better view. There you go. How's that then? How's about that then? Right. Oh, not bad, is it, that, for first free in over 12 months with them? 100. Would quite easily have been a 140. Oh, come on, David, not again. 121 and you snatched the last one, didn't I? Ah. That was so close to a 180, that. Just pulled the last one. Yeah, I thought it was Rob Cross. I like Nathan and all. He's proper down to earth lad. Proper down to earth lad. Oh. That last dart again. Right, come on, David. I tell you what we'll do is we'll actually use the rust brace, shall we? Let's have another couple of visits with them. 85. Oh, Tumsky. Yeah, that thing is, you know, Eric Bristow's throw always reminded me of the way my gran used to drink a drink of tea. Because in the Victorian times, everybody was like sort of trying to be better than they were, if you know what I mean. Everybody sort of like looked up to the gentry. And my gran always used to drink a tea with a finger stuck out. Very similar to how Eric threw his darts. Right, now you might not be able to see very well from there, but I can't do it now. Used to be able to do this years ago, you know. See if I can get back into it. Ton, not bad. And one. Absolutely gutted watch Premier. Yeah. It's horrible, wasn't it? Really was. Hi, Steve. Hi, Steve Lamore. Hope you're well, mate. Just doing a little bit of an Eric Bristow impression there. Yep, Steve Lamore, you were late and it's detention. Detention for you later, sir. Connor Webster, hiya Connor, hope you're well. Yeah, that's in Blood on the Carpet, I think, if I remember rightly, isn't it? I'm sure that's in, I'm sure that clip that you're talking about where he's playing with his dad in the front room, I'm sure that's on in Blood on the Carpet. Right. So let's do this. Right, now then, starting. Three, oh, one. No, that's cricket. You don't want to be playing cricket. Oh, one. Right, yeah. 3, 0, 1. Right, so that's 301. We've got the computer on.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
To throw. Game on.
We're ready for this. We'll have a thingy, a little bit of the game of 301 with these Eric Bristows. Oh dear. 43.
43.
Yes, it is. I've got that thingy downstairs. Eric Bristow's autobiography. $83.
83.
Oh, I've got it on the wrong thing there, haven't I? 61.
61.
Oh, no wonder I'm... Oh, they're all a bit skewy.
61. You require 114.
Right, there. You might be able to see the board a little bit better now when I have to come out. Right, where are we? Oh no, David. 80 scored.
80.
Oh dear.
70.
Snatch that one.
You require 88. 72. Dynamite. You require 70.
Bust. Good darts, David. Oh.
Low score. Computer. You require 16.
Come on.
12.
Oh, you should have put me out of my misery there.
You require 70.
Deary me. Come on, David, you spanner. 8, 12, 13. No.
13. Computer. You require 4.
Doing well, ah. Hiya, Glyn, mate. Just thingy, send me a thing, an email to dj.llewellyn123@outlook.com. Just send me an email and I'll send you all the prices and everything and how it works. It's dead simple, dead easy. And all you do basically is send me your clips. When I send you the email, it'll have on it how to do the clips and everything. Send me the clips, I'll do it all, and then I'll think then you get it private. I'll send it to you. It usually comes on a link via an email, so there's only you can see it. Hello, Aaron. You all right, mate? I hope you're well. How good do you need to be for Super League? I'd say probably around regular, probably 75, 80 average, something like that on a regular. All depends on your teammates and who's around you and what level that everybody plays at. Hopefully you'll be able to like tag on to somebody who's, the best way that you can do it is tag on to somebody who's a little bit better than you and then like ride on their coattails. Hopefully they'll drag you up a bit. Derek Oliver's in. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Not too bad at all. You do some pro player throws. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know something? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll what do you call it? I'll get a set of John Lowe darts because I used to throw like John Lowe. That Eric Bristow impression, our kid used to be a lot better at it than me. But our kid throws like me now. He used to throw like Eric, even when he was like playing semi-decent darts, you know, what have you, doing the opens and stuff like that. He used to throw like Eric then. And yeah, I might get myself a set of John Lowe darts and a few others and just do get their shirts and what have you. I've got the Hawaii 501 darts here. I might see if I can get a shirt and stuff like that and just do like a bit of a comedy thing. That'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? It'd be quite good, that. I'm just thinking, I'm just, what do you call it? It annoys me because I've got no, you know what I mean? I've got no motivation to, and when I'm not eating my finishes, when I've got no motivation, I sometimes end up shouting at myself and stuff. I don't tend to do that when I'm playing other people properly. People who've been here will tell you I can throw really, really good. But it just, and also don't forget I'm using darts that I've not used for over 12 months. I'm throwing stuff that I'm not used to, so I shouldn't expect myself to play as well as I do expect myself to when I'm throwing like really odd darts and what have you. But I just do, it's just the way I am. Motor driven, if you know what I mean. Double, whittle it down to double one. Well, that's where I'm nearly there, aren't I? Not sure if you've seen the review. It's possible. It's possible. I've watched a lot of your reviews, mate. I've seen a good few things. Darren Watson and what have you done the John Lowe ones. I've seen a couple with the gold ones. I had some of the gold ones, which are the ones with the fancy grip on them, which have got like the cross cuts in the grip in the gold ones. And then I had the ambassador ones, which were the silver ones, the standard tungsten colour ones. But yeah, I've had a few over the years. But whenever I have them, and they're in the donators free prize giveaway, people seem to want them, and I can't blame them for that, because they're a nice dart to look at and what have you. I don't find them particularly good to throw, but hi Dave, if I get a chance to upload the videos to you, can yeah, of course it is, mate. Yeah, of course it is. Just do them on Messenger. You can do them if you once you've done your clips. Do them on your phone. It's dead easy. Do them on your phone. Do them on your tablet, whatever you want. Then all you need to do is just either send them to me on Messenger, send them to me on WhatsApp if you've got my WhatsApp number. I think might be on my Facebook page, you know, or my Google. Might be on Google if you Google me. My WhatsApp number might be on there. So you can do it by WhatsApp. Like I say, Messenger, if you want to put them on OneDrive or Google Drive and send me the link, perfectly fine. WeTransfer, anything like that. Send them any way you want. Bill Jones. John Lowe 9 dart was worth over 300k in today's money. You get nothing now, did he, mate? Not a sov. Yeah. So yeah, and the way that he went and all, going for treble. Did he do treble 17, double 15? Yeah, I think he did, didn't he? I think he went treble 17, double 15. No, double 18. Treble 15, double 18. Yeah, treble 15, double 18, I think he went. So it was an unconventional way as well. But I tell you who else does that. I know Simon Whitlock. He goes that way. Doesn't matter what people say to you, Kieran. You want to see some of the shit that I get. It's thingy. To be honest with you, I've got to say it's very, very rare with me. Very rare. You can tell by the negative comments on my YouTube videos or live streams or anything like that. Very, very rare I get anything particularly negative. But you usually find when people do that to you, Kieran, it's because they're jealous of you, mate. It's nothing to do with your lack of skill or your lack of anything, mate, because you haven't got any lack of it. At the end of the day, all you're doing, mate, right, is you started where I started. You go back and look at my first videos. My first videos were garbage compared to yours, but it's not what the videos look like, it's the content. I got to a point, me, where I was doing loads of editing, cutting all my waffle out and stuff like that. And then I realised people were saying to me, it's what makes you you, Dave. It's what comes from your art. When you actually talk on your videos and you talk to the camera, we feel like you're talking to us. And like, obviously I'd made them a bit too sterile. So now, especially with the live streams, I love this because this is just on 100% a 2-hour waffle-a-thon in it for me. And I just absolutely love it. But yeah, Kieran, don't take any notice of the haters, mate. I've had them. All you've got to do, right, is just imagine them there on the mum's couch, because this is all they are. This is the type of people they are. They're on the mum's couch banging away at the keyboard because they've got nothing else in their life, mate. That's what it is. They've got no friends. They've got nobody to turn to. All they do is sit on that couch, and all it is it's just the nasty, horrible bile coming out of them because they've got no life themselves. And that's the way I always imagine them. And I tell you the way that I always imagine them and all is with no clothes on and a clown's nose and a clown's face. That's what them type of people are, mate. That's all they are. A bunch of clowns. I've had one thing here. I don't know whether you noticed it this week. What do you call it? I put no, it was the reminder, sorry, for last Sunday for the for the live stream last Sunday. And so somebody got on one of the groups that I'm on Facebook and said to me, "Can you please stop spamming this chat, this page or group?" So I just put in capital letters, "Spamming? What do you mean by spamming? How am I spamming anybody?" Not a reply off them. They're just tools, mate. Take no notice of them. Ah, my WhatsApp. Boom. Hang on. Dave Fizz has disappeared there. Let me just get him back. Derek Oliver, number one. What beer am I drinking? It's Holtz's Diamond, right? So Holtz's Diamond. So if you type that in, it says it's 5.4%, but 3 of these, mate, and you know you've had a drink. 3 of these and you really know you've had a drink. Dave Fizz, your WhatsApp is on Facebook, mate. Right? Nice one, no problem. So there you go. That's where you'll find it on my Facebook thing. Every other video I get some abuse hurled at me. I just choose to ignore them. That's all you can do, mate. That's all you can do. Yeah, there you go, mate. Whip It O. And I tell you what, he is a connoisseur of darts. I'll tell you. Whip It O has been a supporter of mine for... somebody was telling me the other day that I've been going for just over 6 years. So if I've been going for a whisker over 6 years, and Whip It O has been... I don't like to call people fans. The thing, they're part of my family. They're part of the Dynamite Dave family. So Whip It O has been part of the Dynamite Dave family for 6 years. Because he came to me and started supporting me probably 3 months, maybe 6 months after I started doing videos. And he's been with me ever since. And he's like you, Kieran. He's one of the cornerstones, and Stu, one of the cornerstones of the actual darting community. He really is. He's a proper darts fan, grassroots darts fan. Type of people I really love to death are the people who think you really love the grassroots game. Just wash them. No, just wash them. Stu Angus, by the way. Hiya, mate. Welcome. Yeah, if your darts, if you've got the chizzes and they're starting to slide through your fingers, what it means is you've got dead skin in them, in the grips. All you do then is, obviously, you can clean them about once a week if you want, and that should maintain the grip on them. It should maintain the sharpness of the grip. All it is dead skin. I've got the Carrera C3s there, and if you clean the dead skin out of them, they're that grippy. They actually stick to your fingers as they're leaving your fingers going towards the board. Two weeks in, and they start to feel they're just the most perfect grip in the world. I just absolutely love them. Oh, haters can't throw darts anyway. No, they can't. I tell you who the haters are, mate. The ones that put pictures of 180s on Facebook and pretend that they've actually thrown it when they've stuck the darts in the board. And then what they do is they will go and accuse somebody who can actually throw darts, like me, and I've had it, that I stick them in the board and take photographs of them. Yeah, sure. But that's just the way they are, mate. I think, to be honest with you, I think probably just not wired up right, are they? Simple as that. Just what it is their finger there really sad, and they've got no friends and what have you, and the only thing that they can do is lash out at other people because they can't throw a 180, and because they can't play darts, and they're probably playing off a 25-30 average on a really good day, and people who are throwing from a really good average, they're jealous of them. So what they do is they feel the necessity to strike out at them. That's all it is. They're just lashing out at people for no reason. Haters can't throw darts. Bill Jones. People don't have time to troll. Yep, that's very, very true, that, mate. Very, very, very true. Post hate. Have people happy in their lives. Exactly what I'm saying, mate. Oh, and hiya, Tristan. I've not seen you on here before. Welcome. Dave, always ignore the haters. Yeah, I've had them, haven't I? Stu McNally and that'll tell you I've had them. That finger, that clown, that darts guru or whatever he's called, was giving me loads on finger on Twitter, telling everybody that I was mentally damaging dart players by showing them the Dynamite Dave way. What? Like people, if they thought if people think what I'm saying is wrong, they don't have to follow my channel. They don't have to follow me on Twitter. They don't have to follow me on Facebook. But funnily enough, they do. It just makes you wonder, don't it, why somebody would turn around and say, what you're saying is a load of rubbish, but I'm going to watch it every week anyway. If you look at every one of my videos and you know something, this absolutely tickles me. I don't know who it is, but every single one of my videos has got 1 thumbs down on it. You go and have 1 or 2 might have 2 or 3 on them. But you look at all my videos on YouTube, and nearly every one of them has got 1 thumbs down. So it's not the same person, honest. So I don't know who it is, but someone's obviously upset with me. I don't know why. But would it make a lot more sense that if somebody's got a problem with you for whatever reason, that they contact you and say, I think I've got a bone to pick with you, because that's what we used to do when I was a kid, and that's how I like to do things. If I've got a problem with someone, I go and talk to them. No, you don't have to thank me, whip it. Oh, mate, I just can't wait for the day when I can tell everybody who you are. But yeah, we've been mates for a long time, haven't we, Whip It All? No, they're very old Bristow darts, these, mate. I think I won these off him. When was it? Actually, if you go on my Facebook page and have a look in me photographs, you'll see me photograph with him. That's when I got these off him. It was at the Davenport Theatre in Stockport. I reckon it was probably 2006, maybe. Something like that. 2006, maybe 2008. Somewhere around about that sort of time. Have it on 80s. Won trophies. You get haters everywhere. I also get haters in my local league because of... Yeah, and I get... to be honest with you, I mean, I don't get many, but I have experienced it once or twice on the Log End League circuit. Because I've got a YouTube channel, and because I'm not... Don't get me wrong, I'm not famous. I'm no different than anybody else. I'm just a working class bloke from Hyde. But, again, it's people who are jealous, you see. What do you call it? Oh, look who it is, look who you are. And then, I mean, I don't know whether you've ever seen a log end board, but the doubles are about that big. And in the last competition that I was in, I went double 10, bullseye. And it was just, they just think, you know what I mean? You're a cheat, you're this, you're that, you're the other. You think you're this, you think you're this, you think you're that, you think you're the other. No, I just threw the darts and they just went where I wanted them to. Nothing more than that. First like on the stream, Dave. Don't tell me all you lot are in here and you've not put any likes on stream. Come on, get your fingers down there and hit that thumbs up button. Come on, lads, come on, get that thumbs up button at the bottom of there. Give it a good whack. And if you're not subscribed to me, subscribe. It costs you nothing. Seriously, costs you now. Hit the subscribe button. There's a little square button there that says subscribe. Hit that. And there's a little bell next to it. Hit that. It costs you nothing, but it makes a massive difference to my channel. So please, anybody that's out there that isn't subscribed to me, just subscribe for me. Well, all I do, mate, is I just try and help everybody that I can. I love everybody to bits, and I always treat people the way that I want to be treated myself. The only thing that I won't do is another thing that you will have noticed when people actually do turn on me and try and troll me. I'm one of these people, me. If you poke me with a stick, I'm off to be shed for my baseball bat, and I'll be hammering some 6-inch nails through it. So I'm one of these, me. No retreat, no surrender. If anybody comes at me, all I do is I come out swinging, and that's just the way that I was brought up. You never allow anybody to walk all over you, ever. You have thumbs down on the stream. What, you mean you've just done it, have you, Stu? Hey, you bad man. Stu's put some thumbs down on the stream. Somebody go and give him a punch. Best doubles practice games. Finishing. Simple as that. What I would suggest you do is do some double finishes. Play 101, yeah, and just double finish every time. So 101, there's loads of ways. What I love doing for 101, got to be a bit of a... I'm thinking, Johnny will tell you this. If I've got 101, first thing I do for is treble 17 bullseye. And I think I hit it quite often. Which is very nice. Cheers, Mark. Star man. We've seen haters in a different way to you. Yeah. Yeah, you're not kidding, mate. I mean, thingy, do you know something? I I have to, and it's going to sound awful this to the younger ones, mate. But when you hear about all this racism, feminism, all this, I just think I just sit there, you know something, I virtually piss myself laughing. Absolutely, virtually pee myself laughing. If you're as old as me, mate, what a lot of these youngsters, especially the ones that are ethnic minorities and what have you, what they need to be shown is the NF, which was around when we were kids. And if they think that the racism is around now, it's nothing compared to what it was when we were kids. Absolutely nothing. There used to be thingy, I don't know where you come from, but for where I come from in Manchester, there was gangs of skinheads going around doing like abhorrent things to people. And thingy, that's one thing I've never condoned, but the thing that really winds me up is when people try to play the victim. That really does wind me up. And not a lot of the youngsters, it's a minority, but again, it's a very vocal minority, the same as all the other stuff. And it spoils the world, and it spoils the country. And like I say, I've said this a billion times. All it is the mainstream media and other people that are wafting about are trying to turn us against each other. What they do is, and it's really, really mainstream stuff, this. What they do is they put you into groups, right? So they'll put men against women, women against men, blacks against whites, Muslims against Jews, Jews against such and such a body. And then what they do is this is the same formula as communist China went through in the dynasties. And then all they'll do, you see, is like you'll get the People's Republic of Great Britain. And what they'll do is they'll tell you they're the only people that can sort this out. And then what they do is they segregate you off. And as we know over history, the communist side, the left-wing side, have killed billions more people than the fascists. And the fascists are hateful, horrible people anyway. But again, drifting off into politics and stuff like that we shouldn't be doing. It's like frequenting the same restaurant to complain about. Yeah, that's exactly what it is like, mate. It's exactly what it's like. Go in and complain about the food, try and get it cheap, and then be there the next week complaining about the same food that you complained about last week to try and get it for next to nothing again. Just don't understand it at all, mate. What annoys me most is the hate DPTV gets. Oh, striving for the same thing, ultimately helping the darts community. Right, yeah, I understand that. I think DPTV, I think a lot of that came from when they were with Darts Wolf. Now, again, I'm not au fait with this, and I can't make any comments on it whatsoever. I love Gav to bits. I've known him for a long time. Me and him have spent some really happy hours at the UK Open together talking about stuff and what have you, and with Chris Mason and the others. And I think they're absolutely fantastic. I think something must have happened with Darts Wolf, and it all seemed to have gone a little bit peak-tongued, didn't it, around that time. And then after that, because of all those prizes that Darts Wolf was supposed to be giving away, I mean, I'm not saying that it's his fault because I don't know. I don't know the facts behind it. And if I did, I'd tell you. Simple as that. But I don't know the facts behind it. But obviously something must have gone down there, and it turned a lot of the darts community against Darts Planet TV, which is a real shame. And I think that was a lot of what drove him to turn commercial, because it's a very, very commercial organisation now. You've got the Darts Planet TV app, you've got the the Premier Club, and you've got this, that, and the other, and which is great. Like you say, it's fantastic, and it does a lot for the darts community. But it's more of a business that now, and I think what it is with the YouTube community is we're all like amateurs. You know what I mean? We're all, even me, I'm an amateur. I can't make a living at this, and I'm no dummy, and I can't make a living at it. So you know what I mean? It takes somebody really clever and really good to be able to make a proper commercial thriving business out of it. And good luck to Gav. Like I say, I love him to bits. I think he's fantastic. Don Switchlight. Oh, hello, Don Switchlight. I don't think we've seen you before. Also throw for double 11, then double 6, then double 3. Next 3 darts, double 20, and 25. Yeah, I think he used to have a practice routine, something not similar to that, but Trina Gulliver, what she used to do was go across. So she'd go double 18, bullseye, double 7, and then she'd move round 1. So it'd be 19, bullseye, double 1, and she'd go round the clock doing that backwards and forwards. Like I say, I think it's just one of them. 3, 4. Deutschland. Yep, like I say, I love this, mate. Wouldn't swap it for anything. Absolutely love it. Eric Zeigler. Hiya, Eric. I've not seen your name on here for a while, mate. Dynamite Dave checkout card. No, they never got made, mate. They never got made. What do we call it? They were in the process. I'd sent them off to the printers. COVID struck. They told me they were going to satisfy the order. They didn't satisfy the order. Every excuse under the sun. It'll be next week. It'll be next week. It'll be next week. Took the order off them. I think we came into that where we could go to the pubs and what have you. Put that in. Everything was looking rosy. Again, nothing turned up. I got in touch with them. We've had to put people on furlough. One excuse after the other. No finger, no cards, no nothing. So I took the job off them probably about 6 weeks ago now. I remember talking, I don't know whether it was the first ever live stream I did or maybe a little bit before that. I pulled the plug on it. So I'm toying with the idea. What I might do is I'm trying to get somebody to do the artwork for me so I can put it in a digital format. So basically what I can do is I can then sell it, like say via eBay on, like, I don't know, what do they call them, ebooks, like an ebook, sort of like a platform. So you buy it, and then when it goes through the checkout and what have you, as soon as I get my money, it sends you an email with the actual template on it and you can print it off. I think it works out that way anyway, but that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. What's that? Small seeds, big up your chest, Dave. Enjoy the stream. Nice one. Lucas Wood. Why darts even gets bad press? Take a look at the darts referee. Right, well, hang on, don't be sticking loads of them. Right, Lucas, you're going to have to enlighten me. Do you mean I should look at one of darts referee's videos or at darts referee himself? I don't know what you mean. I've seen the videos, darts referee, and I can see his reasoning, but obviously DPTV have done wrong. His reasoning, but he's apologised a couple of times and still get all sorts of hate. Well, all I can say, Kieran, mate, is you're absolutely bang on, right? If somebody makes a mistake and they hold their hands up and they say they're sorry for it, you can't punish them forever. And if you do, that makes you 10 times worse than they are. Simple as that. Everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody. Right, see if we can chuck some darts out of here. What we're doing. Oh, better warm the arm up again if I'm going to... Actually, that's gone off, hasn't it? What I might do is get a different set of darts and have a game of 301 with them. Let's get the old spectacles on. All sorts of it. Personally, I've never stopped. What's this? I've played something similar. Yeah, it's. I think, to be honest with you, like at the end of the day, all of the games, all the practice games are valid. At the end of the day, it's all about technique. Actually hitting those doubles, if you're using an individualistic throw, it's all about honing your individual throw to getting those darts to where you want them to go. The thing with the Dynamite Dave way is once you've perfected, you're never going to be perfect, but once you've perfected or got a good grip of the technique, everything else is like dead simple. You don't have to practice your doubles. You don't have to practice them in that sort of way. You do have to practice them, but you don't have to practice them like you do if you've got an individualistic throw. Because the whole idea, right, is the Dynamite Dave way teaches you to throw your darts at a target, and it doesn't matter where that target is. And that's why I was saying about, if you watch the Kieran video before, the last video on that was moving the darts around the board. And that is how you move your darts around the board. Instead of you trying to throw however many segments we've got on the board, like say there's 50, 60 segments on the board in total, instead of learning 50 or 60 different throws to throw them at each different segment, Dynamite Dave uses one throw and just moves that actual throw about to actually get the darts to go where you want them to. Or not if you're playing 301 like I was before. But we're all human beings. Hi Dave, what's Brendan Jordan? Hiya mate, hope you're well. Hi Dave, what's deep in there? I think they're all right. Yeah, I never said that's what I said. I think they're all right and all. I love Gav to bits. I really do. I think I've spent a lot of time with him at the UK Open and that, and talking to him before, like I say, before Darts Wolf really got involved, and then sort of like, I think it's been the same. I went on Darts Wolf TV a couple of times, and then all of a sudden they just don't want to know you anymore. So I don't know what the crack is. I've never been to Gav's to appear on the show. I thought, to be honest with you, with the way that we got on, I thought that would have been one of the main things that would have happened. I thought he would have had me on his show, but he never did. Get the Falcons out, Dave. Right, let's have a look, see where they are. Right, so what, shall we have a game of 301 with the Falcons? Right, straight out of the box. Let's get the Falcons and we'll have a game of 301 with them. Probably won't be able to do any better than I did before. Well, like I say, right, so let's get back to 301. Right, so I'll have a game with the Falcons. Like I say, you're going to have to forgive me a little bit tonight because I am in absolute agony with my knees. Well, my left one more than my right one, but I am really in real bad pain. So I'm on the liquid painkiller. I'm left-handed and seem to hit double 10. It all depends. If you're using your own individualistic throw, then what that is it's probably an anomaly in your throw. Whereas the Dynamite Dave throw, if you learn that, then what you do is if you're throwing for a combo shot, you stay where you are and you move at the hips. So you actually move the throw around with your hips and going, you lean down for the threes. So the throw and the arm speed and everything remains virtually the same. Tiny little bit of difference in arm speed going up for the double top than there is going down for the double three. But a lot of it is body position. But obviously if you've got an individualistic throw, you're trying to teach your body to throw different, you're throwing differently for, as you say, the 10s and the 15s than you are the 8s and the 16s. And yeah, it is normal if you've got an individualistic throw. What I do is I move across. Yeah, 15 quid that, yeah. There's nothing wrong with them. You don't see, I tell you what I haven't got. I don't think I have, I don't think I really have anymore. Because my shot darts, all of them have gone. Apart from the shot trappers, but they've been put away. They're my special ones then. They've been put away, I don't throw them anymore. I've put them back in the box. I was given them by Darren Watson. He'll tell you he cleared it with shot darts, that he could send me a set of darts. And he sent me them shot trappers, the green ones. You'll have seen them in some of the old videos. And I just want to keep them posthumously. So they've gone into the safe. So they're in the safe then. But if you look round and you watch the darts that I'm throwing, you won't find me with many darts over 50 quid. Because there was some that somebody had, who had those ones? I think it was Darren Bell. I think it was Neil's darts. Neil Bell. I think it was Neil's darts. He had a set of Gary Anderson ones that were 90 odd quid. I wouldn't spend that on a set of darts. 15 quid set of darts is perfectly fine as long as the weight matched. So you've got to have them weight matched to a reasonable amount, and then after that, as long as the tungsten and what have you, they should last you years and years and years. Right, so 301. Here we go. Oh, that's a good start. And another good start. And an even better start.
22.
Right, let's see if I can settle down now. $140.
140.
83.
83. 61. You require 56.
Boom. That's how it should be done. Did you notice there how I calm myself down when I was stood on the hockey? Normally I would do that when I'm stood back, but that was actually, it weren't a great leg, but that wasn't a bad leg. So there you go, Kieran. There's your game of 301 with the things. Nah, that can't be right. Is that 9 darts? Nah, can't be. Out the way. Bloody was. Bloody was. Well, does darts reviews, Dave Wood. Oh, I'm reading half your frigging name. I tell you, I'm getting tired now. My knees are starting to overtake the thing of the painkiller. JJT has just donated 5 quid. Thank you very much. I shall get your 180, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very gladly. Right.
180.
Thank you very much, young man. Thank you, sir. Right, where are we?
121.
Dave Wood. Would the arm support things help? Compression thingy, compression t-shirt might do. You know these compression sleeves that you can buy? Got stuff falling on the floor everywhere. Hang on a second. I'll pick stuff up. Now let me have a look, see if I've got one in here. Just talk amongst yourselves while I have a root. Pardon me. Occupational hazard of drinking beer, I'm afraid, belching. And I'm prone to the odd trump as well. Right, I've got somewhere a BVD arm support. You know the sleeves that the pro dart players use. I've got one of them somewhere. So next time I'm sending you some, I'll send that to you. Because I think I don't wear them. I don't wear them. But yeah, I tell you what else you could buy is they do a compression top, which like athletes use. So I think I have them for my motorbike. Stops you getting thrombosis and stuff like that, supposedly. But yeah, they can work. A compression sleeve can work. But all that does is I think it might just help you control your muscles. I think that's about the long and short of it. Wayne Farrow's in. He's just had a super chat, $5. There we go, Wayne Farrow. Cheers, mate. Thanks very much. I'm just running a little bit behind the stream at the moment. Right, so here we go. Let's get that one in for you.
180.
Thank you, Wayne Farrow. Yeah, loads of them wear them. Thingy, what's her name? The little Japanese, is she Japanese or Chinese? Japanese lass, Mikuru Suzuki. She wears them as well. A lot of them do. Actually, Lisa Ashton wears one as well. And I think Fallon Sherrick wears one. A lot of the ladies seem to wear them. Do you know something? I never thought about that before, but it's an absolute fact, that, isn't it? A lot of the ladies wear them. Ooh, that's nice, that is. Don switch light, I like that one. Yeah, you never know, mate. It's just goes to, yeah, Lisa Ashton does wear one now, don't she? Yeah. Just goes to show, mate, anybody can win it. Anyone. Anybody who donates during the month, anybody can win that. And as I've said before, it's thanks to everybody for your support. Your support is what makes this channel what it is. I'm able to do what I can do because of you lot and because of your generosity. It's really fantastic that people put the donations in. And don't forget, as I did before in the old days, before the donators free prize giveaway, the more I get in, the more I can give back. So I'm hoping by another 2 or 3 months, if we have some more days like I had last Friday, which was really good, I'll be able to start giving like more of a combo away. So rather than it just being a set of top line darts, the first gift of the giveaway might then be a dartboard and a set of darts. And as it grows, the actual giveaway will get bigger and bigger. And then obviously I'll still have the second giveaway, the second gift, and maybe a third gift as well. So like I say, everything that comes in, a large proportion of it goes back out again. So the more that people donate and what have you, the more will come back towards. And it's really good because a lot of people have got an old dartboard that looks like it's been chewed by next door's dog, a set of darts that came from the 1940s. You know what I mean? I'm only kidding, but you know what I mean. And not everybody is as fortunate as we are. Not everybody can afford a new dartboard. Not everybody can afford a new set of darts. But most people can afford £2 or a £5 or a tenner, one thingy once a month or something like that, and have the chance of getting themselves a top line set of darts, or maybe 2 top line sets of darts and a dartboard sort of thing. So the bigger it grows, lads and lasses, the more comes back. It's as simple as that. Hey up, Dave. All right, John Rambo. Hope you're well. Yep, lad. Yeah, well, that's what we do. That's all we can do is plod on. Shot darts. Oh, shot darts, I think. Do you know something? I think they're a cut above everybody's. I don't think Tiger or anybody can make darts like Shot do. I've thrown a lot of darts, and I think Shot darts are the most They're sort of like, I think, hang on a minute, Matt, the thing, hang on a minute, all right, I've gone there. It's all right. I thought my sound had gone off. It's all right. Matt from Atomic Darts, he's got it right. It's art that we get the privilege to throw. And those darts really are art, aren't they? If you look at the patterns on them and what have you, and the thought, the design, the creativity that goes into them. I mean, if I was going to pay 100 quid for a set of darts, I think Shot are probably one of the very, very few manufacturers that I would reach in and pay 100 quid for a set of darts. Because I remember I paid £86 for them Dracars, for the Shot Dracars that I had, that I gave away. And somebody said that they were going to send me a set, but they never did. Simon Scott, £2. Thank you very much, Simon. Clayton B's in the house. Hiya, Clayton. Mr. Beale, hope you're well. Just got home. That's all right then, Clayton. I tell you what, there'll be no detention and no thingy, no lines for you this week then. Stuart Anguson's got right. Let's get. I'm sorry if I'm panting and what have you, and my breath sounds heavy. I'm really sorry, but I'm in agony. Simon, right, Simon, this is for you, mate. Oh no, you can't do it that way, can you? Won't do out.
80.
Hey, I think somebody. Sorry, mate. I think somebody. Oh dear. Russ Bray's had a bit of a dicky fit. I'm just gonna have to wait for him to load up again.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg dynamite to throw. Game on.
Right, are we ready? We're right this time. Let's just hope the computer doesn't crash again.
180.
Right, that was for you, Simon. Right, anybody else know of any other? I tell you what, shall I get another set of darts and have another game of 301? In Virginia, USA. Oh, yes. Very nice. Right, I tell you what, we'll get the shot dart, the thing of the Target Carreras out. We'll have a game of 301 with them, shall we? Probably won't do anywhere near as good as I did with the, what do you call it, but darts matching. Yeah. The thing of the weight matching, the machining, the engineering, the design quality, the imagination that goes into them. They're just, yeah, like you say, they are the Picasso of darts. I'm just heartbroken that they won't work with me. They won't. I'd love to be able to be one of their ambassadors and for them to send me some darts, some of the really, really nice ones, and for me to promote them, but they're just, NA, not interested. Oh, right, actually, I think I'll have 81.
81.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll like I said before, I'll play 301 with 2 or 3 different sets of darts, and we'll see how we go along with them. UK-based manufacturer. Best UK-based one. I'm gonna have to be horrible and say Red Dragon, because I think their actual dart build quality and the engineering of them is really quite good. Loxley Darts never sent me a set of darts. I've never had a Loxley set of darts, apart from the Matt Edgar ones that I bought. They're the only set of Loxley darts that I've ever had in my hands, so I can't really comment about Loxley. So another one of those manufacturers, you see. I think that they're well in with certain people, and then other people are not interested in. So that's all right. That's fine by me. But like I say, I've not, so I can't really say that. So I'm gonna have to say Red Dragon. I'm not impressed with Target. I think Target I think they've lost sight of what their actual place in the market and what have you is. I think they've been making some, since they started making that Nexus board, which is really poor quality and what have you. There's been quite a few. I mean, some of the darts look really nice and what have you. The orbs that I had looked all right, great for a finger for a budget set of darts. But there's just something about Red Dragon darts, and whenever I've ordered off Red Dragon, I've had them the following day. So I think there was one slip up with them where I had to wait for them, and they couldn't apologise enough and what have you. But again, another place that doesn't actually want to send you any darts or do anything like that, or even give you the discount. There's another one like Darts Corner and places like that. They won't give you the steam off the poo. They nothing. They're not interested. I'll tell you who's the best one for that. The best BVD have been fantastic with me, Brian, and Carl from 180 Darts. He was fantastic and all. I got them, what do you call it? It's the dart scorers and everything. The Samurai Mission 2 dartboards that were actually Samurai Mission 1 dartboards. But that wasn't his fault. That was down to them. But yeah, two great dart shops. But the manufacturers, I can't say that I'm like massively impressed with any of the manufacturers. Apart from Red Dragon, they've been all right. Southern Time, yeah, not wrong with a bit of Southern Time. I wish we had some Southern Time down here. Actually, I can't complain. It's been lovely sunshiny today, hasn't it? Dave Fizz, you need to get yourself another beer, mate, to ease the pain. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, that. They're just beautiful, yeah, they are. Absolutely. Shot are based in New Zealand. Is that right? Yeah, you're absolutely bang on. They certainly are. The finger there, press. I don't know whether she's the press secretary or whether she's something to do with the managerial system, but she's called Emma. I must have sent her 5 emails or something and never got a reply off her. I know Darren Watson's done all right with them. Atomic Darts has done all right with them. But I think what it is, I think it's the fact that I'm an actual darts coach and not a reviewer. I'm not a darts reviewer, am I? So maybe they look at thing at darts, coaching with Dynamite Dave, and think, well, what's that got to do with darts reviews? And I think they miss out on the fact that a lot of people watch my stuff, and a lot of people understand that I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about darts and flights and what have you. I know when they feel right and how well balanced they are and what have you, rather than the darts reviewers who do the length of them, the thickness of the barrel, what points they've got in them, very practical stuff. Whereas I'm more of the type of person is I know what they feel like and I know what they feel like to throw. I know how they perform in the air, etc. and what have you. So it's just a totally different aspect. Oh, good. Flying up. Dave, do you think MVG will get back to his best with all that leg business? I think Michael Van Gerwen, I think his ankle's shot. He had an operation on it, didn't he? If you noticed, going back a couple of years, probably 2 years, he was pulling the leg up on his pants all the time, continuously, wasn't he? And I think what it was I think that he's got some form of problem with his ankle. And that is all that, like I've said to people time and time again, you look at how far over he leans on his front leg, and all that is massive. The actual ankle bone, it's taking something like 15 tons or something of pressure. When you lean over like that, your actual ankle bone, which is the last one that takes the pressure, and your knees and your hips, of course, but your actual ankle bone, I believe, from what I read, was that if under normal circumstances, if you lean on the front of your leg, it's 5 tons of pressure. When you jump, say you jump from a metre high to land on the floor, as you land on the floor, your ankle bone is under 15 tons of pressure. So I think it's just that wear and tear as well, and obviously he's been leaning over like that right from the early days of him playing darts. Right, let's get back to this before it turns off again. Right. Oh, come on. I cannot chuck darts until my arm's warmed up. 26.
26.
Oh, dear me.
85.
83. Come on, is he going to steal it off me here?
53. You require 111.
Yeah, he did. He did. He was limping a few years before it got really bad. And like you say, you're absolutely right there. He was doing a load of limping about on it. And from what I can remember, I'm sure Chris Mason or someone mentioned that he was going to have an operation on his ankle, and he's never been the same since. Don't forget, it's like my knee. When they did my knee, it's the equivalent of having your leg cut off and then sewn back on again, if you think about it, because they're actually taking, what they do is you've got your two bones like that and you've got a ball and socket for your knee to go backwards and forwards. Well, they cut that off and they cut that off. So it's literally like having your bone lopped off in two places. Then they get a jig borer and they jig bore an hole right down the middle of your actual bone. So they bore out the centre of your bone, they fill that full of cement, and then they smack a prosthesis into it that has got like gaps in it, so as the actual cement is forced back out again. Then they clean it up and they do the same with the top, smack, 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 drill, 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 smack, smack, smack. And then they put it together and then put all your muscles and everything and all your tissues and then sew your knee back up on the top. And you're never the same afterwards. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change a thing. I would not change a thing from having my knee done. No way would I. It's fantastic because I don't have the same pain in it as I get muscular pain in it, don't get me wrong, but I haven't got that arthritic pain that I have in the left knee. The left knee, sometimes I find it very difficult to put any weight on it. And then it like 2 or 3 hours or maybe a day later, it starts to ease away and what have you, and then I can start walking again. And that is purely because I've got, that one was the same, that one was completely gone, the cartilage had gone out of it, and it started to rub together. So you've got two bones with no disc cartilage thing in the middle. So basically your two bones are just rubbing together and they're rubbing away. So they're just wearing away. And eventually this one's the same now. That one, before I had it replaced, it felt like if you've ever been on the beach and you get sand between your toes and you can feel it rubbing and like grit between your toes as you're walking, that's how it feels between your kneecaps. And believe me, it makes you feel physically sick. And the left knee is going that way now. It's that one had like a tiny wafer thin piece of cartilage still left in it. It was totally missing on one side, right at the edge. So it shows I probably lean a little bit on my leg, and it's worn one side of the cartilage away, and it was moving across. So that now I think is totally gone because I'm getting that feeling again now, and I've had it probably for about the last 8 months where it feels like I've got sand between my two joints in my knees, and you can just feel them like rubbing away. And then what happens is it builds calluses on them and what have you. It's awful. MVG is still a great player, yeah. But at the end of the day, I said when MVG was playing Taylor and what have you, and they said that he was going to overtake Taylor's achievements, he was going to do this, he was going to do that. I turn around and I still say exactly the same thing now. Eric Bristow was one of the best players in the world. Michael Van Gerwen is one of the best players in the world. They won't ever hold a torch or a candle to Phil Taylor. Sorry, but they won't. Well, that's it. Yeah, obviously you've got times change, don't they? Times are change. Right, hang on. I need to try and get this finished. What are we on? 111. Oh, pulled the last one. Not bad, is it? After talking for 5 minutes. But yeah, pull that one. Look at that. It's not even close. I didn't even frighten it. Oh, not put it in. Spoon. What did I get? 91. 91, David, not 81.
91. Computer, you require 76.
Yeah, well, that's true.
20.
No one will ever overtake Taylor's achievements. No, nobody ever will. And the thing is, he's like the other chap a little bit further up rather than me winding up. He's absolutely bang on. It's a different time. And in another 5 years, it will be a different time again. It will be a totally different time again. Because there'll be more people. I mean, you look what's happened over the last 5 years. There's more people coming through now with a more straight up stud stance that I think that have got both the feet flat on the floor. At one time, everybody was hovering on one foot. The other thing that I've noticed is, and I've said this 1,000 times now, over the last 12 to 18 months, and it's only that, it's only 12 to 18 months, absolutely maximum, the dart players are starting to do double-double finishes and being more successful on them, proving that the doubles are bigger than anything else to hit, so they're easier to hit. We've got that coming through. Like I say, we've got more people throwing in a mechanical way. And it's like everything. People at this point can't see where darts is going to get to. And I'm not saying I'm a messiah or anything, but I can see where it's going. I can't only see where it's come from, I can see where it's going. And a lot of pub people and normal people who play darts poo-poo what I say. For the simple reason is they haven't got the vision to see what's coming in the future. And what's coming in the future is exactly the same as what, like I said in Kieran's video earlier on, exactly the same as what happened in Formula 1. Exactly was the same as what's happened in 99% of sports, doesn't matter whether it's boxing. I mean, you go back 10, 15 years, there was no mixed martial arts. Everything comes on, and look at the difference of it now to when it first started. To say it doesn't matter what it is, everything gets better. Years and years ago, Isle of Man TT, Joey Dunlop used to roll out of the pub, couple of beers and what have you, get on the bike, win the TT. Nowadays, they're in a gym doing sit-ups, and they're there to earn money, and it's actually an entertainment rather now than like it used to be. It used to be like a working man's sport, motorbike riding, whereas it's not now. It's a multi-million and multi-billion pound industry. And the thing is darts going the same way, isn't it? Now that we're going to see the PDC, we're expecting the players to play better, and that's perfectly right. That if you're paying big money, you don't want to go and pay, most people don't want to go and pay big money to watch people play pub darts. I would, because I love the game. I don't care. I'll go and watch Audrey and Sarah playing a match in the pub there, and it'll take them 50 darts to do a leg. I don't care, me, because I just absolutely love watching people play darts. I just love the game. Personally, I have to consider the BDO a true. No, the BDO are dead. The BDO's that horse died a thingy, didn't it? That horse died 2 years ago. That they've been flogging it for about 5 years. But yeah, the BDO is neither here nor there organisation now. And at the end of the day, they could quite as easily have been, again, another multi-million pound, if not billion-pound industry now, being the understudy to the PDC, having a position in the darting world, and a very, very strong position, because the BDO have always been the same. They've been the feeder. What happens is you go into the BDO as a young lad, you work your way up through the ranks, you go to the BDO World Finals, and then you progress on into the PDC where the big money is. But they wrecked it for themselves, didn't they? Sent you an email. Very nice. Yeah, I'll have a look at that in a bit. Rotation for the same every time. Upper body rotate. Oh, right, I see. Yeah, well, what it's all about, if you're getting the rotation wrong, what you do is you always start off here, yeah? And then what you do is you allow it to come out like that. You get the arm on the stop, so it's right. If you look at me now, right, my arm there is right in front of my face. And what you do is you just allow the shoulders to rotate out slightly, so the dart comes to the side of your face. And that, you're on the stop, so your rotation should be right every time. If you get that right, like I say, it's just a matter of working on it. Like I say, it don't come overnight. I don't know anything about football, Dave. Right, where are we? Right, another 5 minutes yakking. I'm not going to hit this now, am I? No. Never wasn't going to hit it. Oh. 10.
10. Computer.
Rubbish, and deservedly so.
Game shot 2. Computer. Second. Leg. Computer.
Yeah.
To throw. Game on.
They'd all have rather played darts back then than they would now, mate. I'll tell you. Right, it's now 58, so we're running on the 2 hours. I'll give you a couple of minutes, lads and lasses, to say ta-ra to each other, and then we'll see you back here Sunday at 6 o'clock. Right, so what we'll do for the last 2 minutes, literally, is I'll just have a chuck with these Simon Whitlocks. $100.
100.
Another totally different type of dart.
60.
Jeez.
66.
That's people coming through, that's right.
85. You require 135.
55.
55. Computer. You require 126.
Yeah, Stu, you're absolutely right, mate. Every generation has its stars and people that are amazing. But don't forget, usually the generation that comes on after it, the standard goes up. It's very rare that anything ever goes backwards. Very rare. Right, so have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll see you back here Sunday at 6 o'clock. Yes! Whoa! Boom! Yeah, how about that one then for an 80? Right, don't forget, lads and lasses, you'll only ever get out of this game what you're prepared to put in. And always, 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 toe to the hockey. Love yous all, and I'll see you Sunday. Take care now. See you soon. Ta-da.